Health and Education Minister of Assam come convener of North-East Democratic Alliance, Himanta Biswa Sarma arrives in Imphal to woo voters. Congress alleges BJP of breaking COVID-19 SOPs while campaigning for upcoming by-poll. Condemns government for failing to appoint a full-time health minister. Manipur State Human Rights Commission urges state leaders to follow COVID-19 SOPs to combat the pandemic. TDC demands authorities concerned to clarify by tomorrow whether the collapsed Irang Bridge will be repaired or not. Manipur reports 150 new COVID-19 cases and 4 COVID-19 related deaths in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 184. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 82 lakhs with 38,310 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate nearing 92%. Kurumjari, good evening. You are watching Tuesday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria RAJKUMARI with you. Before we begin, Impact News would like to make an appeal to all our viewers that to stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your face masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Remember, these 3 simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat the pandemic. Now the top stories. Health and Education Minister of Assam come convener of a North-East Democratic Alliance, Himanta Biswa Sarma arrived in Imphal for a 2-day visit in view of the upcoming by-election on November 7th. President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Professor N. Tikendra, Minister O. Henry, many MLAs and BJP Manipur Pradesh officials accorded a warm welcome to the NEDA convener upon his arrival at Imphal International Airport. Speaking to media, Himanta Biswa Sarma claimed that BJP will win all the seats with a comfortable margin in the upcoming by-election of 4 assembly constituencies. He said that he came to convey his best wishes to the contesting candidates of BJP in the election. Responding to media regarding the prevailing land dispute in Assam and Mizoram, Himanta Biswa Sarma said that people do not wish for any disputes which may hinder the progress and prosperity of the country. He asserted that the desire of the people is to bring an amicable solution to all the disputes, including the ongoing Naga peace talk, to prevail peace for the upcoming generation.
So I have come today to Imphal to convey my best wishes to our party candidates. This is the opinion of entire people of India that we want to resolve all the disputes. So this is your opinion, this is my opinion, this is everybody's opinion. We don't want to live with any dispute. We want to see that all dispute resolved in our lifetime. Every human being will aspire for that.
Congress party has slammed BJP for defying COVID-related SOPs while campaigning for the upcoming by-election. Congress party accused Chief Minister of breaking COVID-related SOPs while soliciting votes. Speaking to media at Congress Bhavan in Imphal, AICC Manipur in charge, Bhakta Charan Das questioned why the BJP-led government has not appointed a full-time health minister of the state during tough times of the COVID-19 pandemic. Expressing concern about the surging COVID-19 positive cases in the state, he asserted that this clearly shows the lack of responsibility of the state government. He claimed that the state will be in a critical condition if the public ever decide to give their votes to BJP in the upcoming by-election. He also asserted that supporting those of BJP MLAs and MLAs of allied parties who were appointed as parliamentary secretaries beyond the law instead of disqualifying them shows that the BJP is against democracy.
Health is such an important sector. Even COVID came nearly, it is going to become 1 year. They are doing a lot of reshuffle, this, that, and remaining in power. Why can't they appoint a lifetime health minister, a full-time health minister? This shows their irresponsible behavior with the people of Manipur. And that's why we appeal to the people of this 4 constituency to not to vote for them. Neither the central government nor the state government are able to run the government for the interest of the people. None of the issue they have addressed appropriately. The Honorable High Court of Manipur clearly said that appointment of 12 MLAs as parliamentary secretary is totally illegal. They are disqualified. Why the state government and election commission has not responded so far?
Taking part in the press meet, CLP leader Okrami Bobby alleged BJP-led state government of carrying out various illegal activities since its inception. He termed the incident where Minister T.H. RAJKUMARI, who won the election on Congress ticket, switched sides to BJP and sworn in as a minister as totally unconstitutional. He expressed belief that the public will surely cast their votes to Congress in view of such misconducts of the BJP. Speaking on the sidelines, MPCC President Moirangthe Mokendro asserted that it is high time for the people to teach BJP a lesson in the upcoming by-election on November 7th.
By-election meeting tawtana khotana toriwa social SOP suk ngaptana amaga lengjum nganaranga phamhali toriba singdubu sindana SOP ngana chapiyo Manipur sarkar gi chana kaglon ngapiyo haiba thokhargana public meeting the phami do social distancing nom nga ibra ngaptabra je hallaman haina daina au bona ikaire haibdo ba akhoi di ikaire ta sengna meeting sarkar do tanbam yaureba by election sida war ga chap manakre kanai mantri MLA including chief minister yauna es kendra khada di toiba upun tare ba kiba male mase sum khanda ka da su yai resign tok tholurga ka da ba su yai haina the praja singna di kharabni moise
character yaudaba MLA Sinkhara resign to holaga pangthogi election se miyamgi chaukhana phanaba nate akhogi political gain gi damaktani maduna Manipur miyam da Congress party gi magi degi policy program leitaba inthina policy same daba thabak phangnaba hona daba horliba naharun singi simlaba party sina puthokpa candidate ta vote pibiganu.
Acting chairperson of Manipur State Human Rights Commission, Khaidem Mani, urged the state leaders to abide by COVID-19 related SOPs to combat the disease spread in the state. Speaking to media at MHRC office in Lamphal today, Khaidem Mani said that the pandemic has affected countries all over the world. He mentioned that MHRC has also notified the authorities concerned to submit a detailed report whether the by-election campaigns are conducted by following COVID-19 related SOPs. Expressing discontentment that some election campaigns are being conducted without following COVID-19 SOPs, Khaidem Mani lamented that some political leaders have even failed to abide by the guidelines. He urged the DCs of the districts to take strict measures to ensure that the people follow the SOPs in the upcoming by-election.
Leader Punamakta Singh Tamgi, Aduga political party Punamakta, Adudagi Kaiba Togana, Equi SOP Nagna, BJP meeting da, Congress meeting da, Independent meeting da, NPP meeting da, the Bolem Ripsing did. Muigi Kendra da, SOP Nagna, candidate Singna, Rana Kansan Oi, Moin section Yatabani, Mapanigi Lapa leader Singh, Hanigi Lady leader Singh, Asiyauba, Mipanda meeting da. SOP ngana thabak chathar labna madungai ngangti ai se mai kansan DC singna asi yanction lagi mathok ta hai madungat ragadi akhoi gi jaga da de akhoi ge by election ge de akhoi dam panthok to laga da mayam ni tunga o hai du di yaro hai to the leaders of the state political losing da mantri yauna MLA yauna political party ge makok thong sing wangan bada yauri ba punamak se resting da kali di yauri punamak se mase SOP ngapiu.
Khaidem Mani also said that the Commission has taken up a suo motu case regarding the accident that took place due to the collapse of Irang Bailey Bridge at National Highway 37 in Imphal-Jiribam Road. He asserted that this commission took over the case without waiting for the complaints, acting on the news published by media and local dailies. He maintained that MHRC has written to the authorities concerned to check if an FIR has been lodged and also notified to submit a report latest by November 13. He lamented that National Highway 37, which is one of the most important routes of the state, has become an anti-national highway.
Tangai fadana case lokat kadaba FIR case lokalabra kana maram moidana suma khudong chada basi tholi bano sarkar na tholi bra sarkar gi mapung oiba department na tholi bra natraga central government gi agency aduna tholi bra punamag se Manipur sarkar ni election bagi mathau ta ba pot amana ba kana samam thoko khotpa central government na tokom thokpa thokta ba punamag do Manipur sarkar gi mari lena ba department na yam thuna mi change haraga ai ba thong sa masigi phibum yang chinba pakha na sahaba madu thuna roishinna ba tawba ri TDC gi kangbu mayam na complaint chawri masi pasa tan pham oirabla hairi ba aduna chingba mayam chi kum na yang chileraga masi thigat pam thanga mara leiba mi sing sa FIR lokalaga dandi PB gi mathau tai.
Transporters and Drivers Council (TDC) has demanded the authorities concerned to clarify by tomorrow whether the collapsed Irang Bridge on National Highway 37, Imphal-Jiribam Road, will be repaired or not. Speaking to media at Kakwa Sorokhaibam Laikai today, TDC President H. Ranjit said that TDC, along with various civil society organizations and people of the state, will carve out a new roadway if the authorities concerned are unable to repair the bridge. He expressed disappointment that the authorities concerned have failed to start repairing the bridge even after 3 days since it has caved in and a driver has gone missing. He asked whether the road is owned by the centre or the state government. He also expressed disappointment that no ministers or relevant officials have inspected the fallen bridge when they have done so when the National Highway No. 2 Imphal-Dimapur Road collapsed. H. Ranjit slammed the Transport Department for its failure to take stock of the situation when it can issue various weight restriction orders. He also accused NHIDCL of failing to acknowledge the plights facing people of the state. He maintained that the order to increase the gross vehicle weight to 36 tons on the national highways was issued by Indian government and Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and not by TDC. He said that transporters have no problem over ferrying minimal loads, but the same is a loss for the public. The TDC president further mentioned that the High Court of Manipur had also issued an order to repair the national highway and bridges along the road. He demanded the Transport Department to urge NHIDCL and state government to repair the road at the earliest instead of issuing irrelevant orders.
Dimapur lamin da lambi tatpa kanda di hong na chale ba yeng ba chale ba akhoi gi Jiribam lamin tat kan kana chake karama minister chake karama MLA chake officer masa ma su khara thar ga yabro mapan de lakba national highway gi thikada khara Manipur de pasa tan ma lakba khara thar ga yabro ngamoi haibiu akhoi semge kajunte lambi semjo lu hai ne NSIT chen da chithi ba ngam da department when on da daka sunai lekte ton kunthra truk puba ya ba thong saga da bani ngam da ta ga na lamin thingge thingjalo natranga ngam ga na bara hengalo Thogna Transport Department ngarang na thologi under secretary na tholak bani sigum ma thong huk to order mayam se sana ba yabo order na teba thikada mayam duna moina mogoi business mokoi gi revise rate low duna thika tong le ga akhoi duna hau ga mayam tek ba kai ba mi gi punsi mangal liba mayam jina thawa sa da ba hoji NSIT sel gi mathak ta akhoi ni tawbam thokpa akhoi dum tawgani high court ki order sida su yam mayak singna palli lamben sengba da bani thong sengba da bani haibna palli mokoi ni ilam da bani akhoi tok thokani ba sigi decision je akhoi Government yamna athuba mongda akhoi pau phawira kanda tawgani natraga tawroi akhoi pau khagan biu.
Forest Minister Awangbu Nyumai called upon everyone to protect and safeguard the migratory birds and wildlife which are on the verge of extinction. Speaking to media at the Minister's Office chamber in New Secretariat today, Minister Awangbu Nyumai said that the migratory bird, that is Emir falcon, whose geological name is Falco emurensis, is mostly found in the northeast states, especially in Manipur. He expressed disappointment that the bird is being hunted for meat due to lack of local awareness about the species to the people. He said that following which Wildlife Department under Forest Department have been conducting research of the migratory bird since 2015, stating that satellite transmitter was tagged on the bird from 2018 onwards. Minister Awangbu Nyumai asserted that 5 birds named Barak, Falong, Tuilong, Irang and Puching were fitted with satellite transmitters on 2019 and were released. He mentioned that a male and a female Emir falcons named Manipur and Tamenglong were also released in 2019. He added that 2 birds, Irang and Tuilong, out of the 5 total birds which were released reportedly flew back to the state on October 26, while 3 remain untraceable. The minister said that the birds will be flown back to South Africa in mid-November. He said their origin breeding place is in Siberia and they keep migrating throughout the entire year. He asserted that the birds have been fitted with satellite transmitters to identify their migratory route. He claimed that this shows that the state holds a place in the global conservation map. He urged the various CSOs, NGOs, club and public to extend their support and cooperation to protect the migratory birds and wildlife in the state.
Manipur ge nungaiba waridi praja mayam ge cooperation lakpa awareness hengatpa aduna even in law tax hana khoi matam khara uramdaba uchek mayam su amu ubo phange. It is all possible because of the people's cooperation, the NGOs, the animal lovers, maruwaina particularly the medias that spread the news of the need to protect the animals, whether those animals which has been home in Manipur itself or those birds and animals which has been migrating from one place to another. Manipur had halakpada ayambasi hunters singna hatpi hibusu chahi kya gi mamangda yam thengna rakne. But these days a lot of awareness. I think 99% is now aware of protecting these migratory birds, particularly Amar falcons. And we further appeal to all the people in Manipur to continue to extend cooperation so that we can protect all this, not only migratory birds and animals, but also Manipur da hana mayumoina leminarakpa hojikti manglakpa miyam si muka protect tawraga moibu muka ubu phangani habise thamjaning.
Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh Northeast Zonal Office has urged Chief Minister N. Biren to distribute the pending honorarium and salary of the employees of the companies and corporation affiliated to Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh before the upcoming Ningol Chowkova festival. Press release from BMS Northeast Zonal Office mentioned that a memorandum has been submitted to the Chief Minister urging him to clear the salary backlog of the sweepers, sanitary workers of Manipur Angawadi Mahila Organization, Manipur State Power Distribution Company Limited and Imphal Municipal Corporation at the earliest. Now updates on coronavirus cases in Manipur. Manipur reported 150 new COVID-19 cases and 4 deaths in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 19,241, out of which 3,597 are active cases. In the last 24 hours, 4 coronavirus infected patients, 2 from Imphal West District and 1 each from Imphal East and Thoubal District, passed away at RIMS and Sijur Hospital. With this, death toll has reached 184. On the positive note, 117 people were discharged in the past 24 hours and recovered cases have reached 15,460. State's recovery rate stands at 80.34%. The newly 150 infection persons are from general population. Newly infected persons from the general population are 37 from Imphal West, 31 from Imphal East, 28 from Tamenglong, 19 from Bishnupur, 11 from Thoubal, 8 from Churachandpur, 4 from Kangpokpi, 3 each from Kaching, Kamjong, Teknopal, 2 from Senapati and 1 from Chandal. All infected persons from the general population are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. Director of Handlooms and Textile, Government of Manipur will organize the Ningol Chakoba State Level Handloom Expo 2020 at Urban Hut, Nilakuthi in Imphal East from November 13 until 27th. Interested weavers, awardees, societies and associations may submit their application within November 7th. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News.
Panthoibi Group presents Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, has completed its 15 years of service, having 13 branches including Guwahati. Provides subsidized home loan under PMAY-CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Panthoibi Microfinance deals in microfinance. Panthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loans against fixed deposit and properties. Panthoibi Construction booking is going on for flats, villas, row house. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies. Imphal.
Welcome back. You're watching Tuesday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. India's COVID-19 tally has crossed 82.67 lakhs with 38,310 new cases reported in the last 24 hours, while the number of people who have recovered from the disease are 76 lakhs 3,121, pushing the country's recovery rate to nearly 92%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,23,097, while active COVID-19 cases have come down to 5,41,405. Maharashtra is still on the top with above 1,19,000 active cases. According to Indian Council of Medical Research, more than 10,46,000 tests were conducted during the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 4 crore 74 lakh 35,000 people. Above 1 crore 2 lakh 13,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 3 crore 41 lakh 9,000. USA is on the top with more than 31 lakh 58,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil. In the northeast states, Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 2,06,900, out of which 8,481 are active cases. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 30,000, out of which 1,273 are active cases. Manipur's total tally has reached 19,241, out of which 3,597 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh COVID-19 tally has reached 14,998 and active cases are 1,722. Nagaland's COVID-19 tally has reached 9,069, of which 1,363 are active cases. There are 1,009 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya, 444 in Mizoram and 239 in Sikkim. A College of Schools in Horticulture and Center of Advanced Studies in Agriculture Biotechnology opened at Kaming Kuno under Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya Institute of Agricultural Sciences in Utlao is all set to begin academic sessions this year. Speaking to media at the new administrative building of the institute, Director of the institute, Dr. R.K. Imotomba, declared that UGC will give accreditation of the institute in July and urged the teachers and staffs for their support and cooperation. He mentioned that the institute remained closed since April 2020 as per the guidelines issued by the central and state government in view of the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. He lamented that there is 8 months of salary backlog for the teachers and staffs as the institute is a self-financing institute funded with income from student fees. He assured that all-out efforts have been made to clear the salary backlog after holding necessary discussions with the governing body of the institute to take financial support from a national bank. Dr. R.K. Imotomba urged the teachers and staffs of the institute to extend efforts and support in making the institute a reputable agriculture and allied science institute among the northeast states. He appealed to the teachers and staffs not to engage in activities which may malign the institution. He also mentioned that lands have been acquired in Ishok for construction of a new forestry college. Chairman of Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya Institute of Agricultural Sciences, Thaunawjam Chauba, were among those present at the meet.
March thada tawgudaba examination du tawgidre dun university na dum postpone tawgre pandemic lakhrabanina aduna akhoi gi di batch ahum lei hoji ma batch ahum sigi magi chatkadoba semester gi exam du pangtho aga gi new session lakpa kanda khoina fee collection tawjagadobani adugi lakhadoba fee du gi matungina makoja singi tolok thadokado akhoina su nationalized bank amaga tanajaraga staff ki awat pa tolok asi nengkhatpa ngamnana ba haidana overdraft haiba leinari ba chatna bidu akhoi da su yahan view haidana ko kan hona jabadagi makoi sanction order sing ngai raga leiringai tanjadani karigumba overdraft tu yaraga di pandemic manung sida su tolop tu thadok na ba haidana yang kana process tawraga leijari bani
institution mothatna bagi gumba do phattaba line on na tawdi to honingde manipur gi agriculture horticulture tamnana bagi chhatra sing dun hoina tambidorimni oja wali non teaching staff wali maramdi college sing siling khalakanda school of horticulture school of forestry linga kana hap to yaroi oja singjo handabio staff singjo handabio yamni yang thuk yang sin to yagani kari khunna lana sinari do aduga tolok ki da mukta masi muthatna bo na badu di tungi mirol gi mangjagani aduga madu to honingde.
A team of Imphal East narcotics cell arrested a man along with 240 litres of DIC liquor during an anti-liquor drive at Kongwa Bazaar today. The arrested person is 21-year-old Haikrujam Alexander, son of Hate Salung from Andro Machinpat. The team led by OC Narcotic Cell K.H. Dev Kumar under Imphal East SP operation carried out the drive. The arrested person along with the seized items have been handed over to Excise Department for necessary actions. Sangai Pro Kabui Women's Society has refuted the news published in some media stating that Lamphel police seized liquors from Sangai Pro Kabui village yesterday as false news. Officer in charge of Porampad police station informed that an unidentified injured man picked by a team of Porampad police on November 2nd is undergoing treatment at Jennings Hospital. It may be mentioned that the police team found the man lying unconscious near Sajal Sanglen, Lamlong. The man appears to be about 60 years of age. The police team picked him up at around 12 p.m. on November 2nd after local clubs informed the police. Details of the person is still unknown. Now the sports news. The third Women's T20 Challenge is all set to kick off at Sharjah Cricket Stadium from November 4th to 9th. United Arab Emirates is hosting the cup under the aegis of BCCI. Altogether, 3 women teams, namely Trailblazers, Velocity and Supernovas, will compete in 3 round-robin matches of the cup. 2 winning teams will proceed to the finals. Apart from Indian players, the squad also comprises of players from England, South Africa, Sri Lanka, West Indies, Bangladesh and New Zealand. Thailand's Nathakan Santham will feature for Trailblazers and become the first Thai cricketer to feature in the tournament. Supernova and Velocity team will play the first match on November 4th at 7:30 p.m. while Trailblazers will face Velocity team in the second match at 3:30 p.m. on November 5th, and Supernova will play against Trailblazers team at 7:30 p.m. on November 7th. Final match will be held on November 9 at 7:30 p.m. Assistant General Secretary of All Manipur Football Association, AMFA, M. Nilo, said that AMFA will take decision to conduct football tournaments, and all the tournaments conducted by the association is whatsoever not related with the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, Manipur. He asserted that AMFA Executive Council discussed about the upcoming 14th Manipur State League, Women's League and other tournaments during its meet on October 31st. He disclosed that All India Football Federation AIFF has given approval to conduct tournaments by following COVID-19 related SOPs.
Estelita yarba playersin asi sanaba hogudaba numitarani kuni walingi mamangda hostel da team punamak loire thamgani team singna hostel da leba matamda covid ki adugumba test ki chain singba test to bagi reason singba adu pai birakadabani aduga loinana amphana su hariba council sing hoina test to jagani refi match commissioner assessor sing su akoina hostel da loina thamgani pangthuk kudurba tournament ase akoi babu yawloi babu yawdabida SOP nganga Odi PTP from country team ka tawriba amadi olna confidence chathariba tournament mayam singsiga manana amphana so sigumba tournament si athu matamda amphana lekhriba adugumba December pass wi second week na singda sida leriba timing singsida koina lepna khoi chachajagani.
All Manipur Polo Association has inducted its new office bearers for 2020 to 2023. Press release from the association informed that the 18 new members were selected during a general body meeting held at AMFA office on November 1st. Dr. K. Sarachandra has been selected as the new president, T. Fulchan and K. Baruni as the vice presidents, H. Leonard as general secretary and M. Homan as the treasurer by the Executive Council unanimously. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Health and Education Minister of Assam cum convener of the Northeast Democratic Alliance, Himanta Biswa Sarma arrives in Imphal to woo voters. Congress alleges BJP of breaking COVID-19 SOPs while campaigning for upcoming by-poll. Condemns government for failing to appoint a full-time health minister. Manipur State Human Rights Commission urges state leaders to follow COVID-19 SOPs to combat the pandemic. TBC demands authorities concerned to clarify by tomorrow whether the collapsed Irang Bridge will be repaired or not. Manipur reports 150 new COVID-19 cases and 4 COVID-19 related deaths in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 184. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 82 lakhs with 38,310 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Recovery rate nearing 92%. That's all we have for today. Thanks for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin from Reena Thingujam. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, good night.